In making my makeshift rock tumbler, I wanted to be able to dynamically adjust the RPM by typing into the Arduino serial monitor.
To simulate what a rock tumbler's canister is, I'm going to be using a repurposed ground coffee jar, and I thought it was a great size for my setup. I'm going to place the rocks inside and then these inside as well. I do want to talk to you about my really makeshift design. I'm using cardboard prototyping. The cardboard is actually really smooth against this kind of metallic surface, so it actually turns fairly easily. I put these side railings to prevent it from shifting off and potentially tipping like this or falling out when it's being turned. And the method that I'm trying to enact is I'm going to be placing a wheel on top of this, and this wheel is going to be turned by a motor, and the wheel is going to use friction to turn the actual canister.
After accidentally ordering a motor that was incompatible with an encoder, instead of giving up, I decided to find a new solution to use a PI controller. By having something protrude from the wheel, I could use a sonar sensor and approximate the angular velocity of the wheel as it makes one revolution based off of changing distance. During the calibration phase, the program looks for a successive string of large values and succeeding string of small values, which it uses to approximate a high and low threshold. When running, the values closest to the calibrated values determine when a revolution occurs, allowing for me to get actually a good RPM approximation. In a test, I hand counted the number of revolutions, getting 62, when the RPM calculated by the Arduino was 62.7. Here is an example of my rock tumbler in action, getting fairly close to the wheel's target speed of 53 RPM. Since a rock tumbler runs for several hours, having a fast approach target speed was not very important. So I was conservative with my KP and KI values. And to counter the sonar sensor's imprecision, the PI controller used the average of the last 5 RPM measurements as inputs. I found that by using these methods, the rock tumbler was able to adequately measure and regulate its speed using my PI controller. Thank you for your time, and I really had fun.